if you can't stop talking to Denise about God, maybe you just shouldn't come around anymore, huh? Yeah. Jane?
Martin！哎，工作啊，工作啊！
Jane？ 走，跳走了。
Journey to me.
I am a hidden God who is always waiting for you.
I am beyond your thoughts.
You have no more than a glimpse of me in images, stories, and religious rituals.
Believe that I have come close to you.
In a human image, in Jesus Christ.
You will hear me speak words.
In a language
you understand.
You will feel my love.
In exciting human friendships. I am Wan Zhen from Taiwan. As a student, I had a child from Penghua. He refused to marry me. I had my daughter baptized and called her Fu Qing. I traveled to England to finish my doctoral studies at a London university. My family had wanted me to leave Fu Qing at home in Taipei, but I decided to take her with me. I felt I owed it to my child to be with her at such an early age. In London, I was supposed to stay with distant relatives. My father had written to them.
facilitating seasonal trend recently around Taiwan to airport information.
Nobody came to meet me, so I decided to take a taxi.
You're from Taiwan? You didn't get the message I sent to your father? I told him this is not a guest house. We don't want paying guests. Come in.我们就要出街了，快点！ I'll let you stay a day or so. We're going to a function. If you're hungry, there's food in the fridge.
More wine, madam.
Thank you.
Well, enjoy the wine. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
I don't know if you remember me. I am Martin, and my daughter is called Denise.
Right, that's it, Jeffrey. I'm off.
Oh, who's the lucky one then?
See you, okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Jacket's so cool. Right, see you. Take
Have
it.
fun, mate.
My wife died, and so Denise and I are on our own. I was undergoing an intense religious search at that time. I'd come to believe that God really exists, but I found it hard to get through to him. However much I tried, God didn't seem to respond. It exasperated me. It struck me that there was something funny about God. God isn't like the rest of us. Yes, God may exist, but why does he hide himself? There are millions of decent and good people who get on fine without bothering about him. And yet, God doesn't show himself to them. So much pain and suffering happens, but God doesn't seem to care.
Now just relax, you'll be all right. We'll send for an ambulance.
If religion is so important, why does God not show himself to us, especially when we need him?
Serious? Is she very badly hurt? Oh, has anyone sent for an ambulance?
Just relax now.
Because God is hidden, people simply do what they like. Cheating, robbing, and killing innocent people. I thought, if God hides himself, small wonder there are so many conflicting and confusing religions. Because God doesn't show himself clearly, he's left the field open, and people don't know where to look for him. If God keeps hiding, why should I bother about him, I said to myself. God is no more than the breath of life in us.
Hello? Do you still have a flat for rent? No. Okay. Do you still have a room?
I'm sorry, the room's being let.
Hello? Do you still have a flat to rent? Eventually, I found a place to stay. This was going to be our home for the next 10 months. I asked Jesus Christ to fill our space with his love. I also found someone who would look after Futing during the day.
Fuji. Hello, Fuji. Come and see the toys. Come on.
看到什么了？有看到很多东西好玩的。
Say bye-bye to Mummy.
妈妈走了，拜拜。Thank you.
We'll be fine.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye, Mummy. Bye-bye, Mummy. Come on, baby. What shall we do today?
Over to you.
A very poor performance.
Thank you.
I didn't like my tutor. He obviously thought women were not suited for the exact sciences.
Close the door.
No, we're supposed to put this one in. Why? Hey, it's supposed to go pink.
Why is it not pink?
I think most of the time, but I don't know.
Good morning, ladies. This morning we're going to discuss the physical properties of matter. If you look at table 2, you'll see some of the most common everyday substances. All these substances are matter. Come in. Sit here. It will give you an idea of the way some substances change when they are heated or mixed together.
I remembered the Chinese proverb,
Table 2 shows
making
some of the
new
most
friends
common
is
everyday
like climbing a
substances. All these
steep
substances are
mountain.
matter. They can all be weighed, but at room temperature they exist as in different states of matter. Solid, liquid and gas are the 3 different states of matter.
Three. Good, Martin. Make contact with each other. Good. 6, 2, 2. Good. Look at each other. And dig. And dig. Let me just show this. Guys, watch this for a second, will you? On the dig. Stronger.
Do you paint any subject?
Any human subject. I only do portraits.
Have you ever made a portrait of God?
Yes, I have. You serious?
I'm never serious. But then I suppose I am. Are you in touch with God? Has he ever made contact with you?
We should talk. Come to my workshop sometime and I will put you in the picture.
My tourist guidebook provided some interesting quotes from famous English writers to make me understand England. This happy breed of men, this little world, this precious stone set in a silver sea, this blessed plot, this earth, this realm, this England. England is the paradise of individuality, eccentricity, heresy, anomalies, hobbies, and good humour. Love of nature and a passion for music make the English a nation of potential mystics, but they'll be the last to admit it.
Finally, yeah.
Who's that?
This is my daughter, Denise.
Hello, Denise. I'm Laura.
Say hello.
Hello.
Shall I pop you down?
Would you like to do some drawing?
Yes, please.
Oh, there's some crayons over there.
Oh, I've come to see your portrait of God.
Well, before I show you, what's your idea of God?
One thing is certain. God isn't like this. In fact, for me, God isn't like a person at all. He, or it, is more like an energy. It's the power of nature. The divine pervades the whole earth as the evolutionary force that drives everything to ever higher states of perfection. But it can't be a person. It's not conscious. And it doesn't think. We can't talk to it. I can think of God as the expression of the life force in us, as the dance in us. All creatures dance, and so do we. It's the life spirit. It's the poetic, mysterious, fascinating side of life. Call it spirit, or energy, or life force, or Tao. But I've come to understand that we shouldn't imagine God as if he were a supernatural person.
God is not a person as we are persons. There I fully agree. Well, God is not an invisible snowman who floats about in the world and gives attention to one individual after the other. That's where you're right. It is the creative power that supports everything that exists, including the force of evolution. That does not mean that God is blind or unconscious or incapable of communicating to us. God is personal, but not a person as you or I are a person. God is personal because God has mind. God has much more mind than we have.
How do you know?
How do we know someone else has mind? When I was asked to paint her portrait, I wondered whether I would ever get to know her. She only spoke Gujarati. First, I learned a lot about her from her favorite things, from the objects she surrounds herself with. Then there is contact.
Chai piyoge?
Chai piyoge? Oh, so that means, would you like a cup of tea?
Yes, please.
Yes, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Perhaps. We can never see someone's personality itself. That remains inside. But by our human contact, we discern a mind and a heart in the other. It's the eyes that speak most of all. What I try to capture in my portraits is a reflection of the inner person. I make it shine through in the face.
What's that got to do with God?
If intelligence exists, God must have intelligence. Otherwise we, with our minds, would be superior to your so-called blind life force. In fact, God's intelligence must surpass ours immeasurably. In our own personality, each one of us reflects something of God. Everything that exists must somehow reflect the original creative energy. The emergence of mind and will and personality reflect such qualities in God. If we can know, God can. If we can relate, God relates. If we can communicate, God can communicate with us. After all, it is God who gives us a face and makes us what we are. We are made in His image. Then there is something else. Intuitively, we know the difference between a person and a thing. May I? There we go. Now, we relate differently to persons from relating to things. When we grow up, we become a person because other people begin to treat us as a person. We become a self, an I, because people say you to us. But when we analyze our individuality on a deeper level, we find that it relates not only to other people, because other people can fail us, or die, or leave us alone. What really makes us a self, an I, in our deepest identity is a relationship to the ultimate ground of our being. We're all somehow portraits of God, painted by God in infinite varieties. That's why we are right to imagine God with a face and talk to him, however human our words will be. And that is why God is personal.
Thank you. I'll have to give it some thought. Come on, Denise. It's time to go. Say goodbye to Laura.
Bye.
Do you want a hand coming up?
Okay. Thank you. Hello.
Through, toe, heel, and jump, and plie. Face this way, through the door. Ready? And through, toe, heel, and jump, and plie. One more. Through, toe, heel, and jump, and plie. That's lovely. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Ready? So, through, toe, heel, and jump, and plie. Make sure your knees are over your toes. We don't want your knees hurting, do we? Okay, one more. Through, toe, heel, and jump, and plie. That's great. Okay, ready for bedtime jive? Bedtime jive. Yeah. Okay. Go with the arm. Huh? Ba-da, dum, and a twiddle. Ba-dum, ba-da. We're twiddling the wrong way. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. It's time for bed. Okay. You ready? Yep. Bedtime. Teddy. Okay. Pull back. In you get. Whoa. Okay. Cover you up. Good night. Can you kiss? Night. Sleep well. Night.
Good night.
I thought deeply about everything Laura told me. It began to make sense to me. The profoundest truth in the world is that reality is basically personal. The deepest thing I can say about the origin of my life, of our life, is that it cannot be a nebulous energy, a faceless ocean. It must be a being to whom we can say, you. But God's you is not a small you. God's you comes to us from all directions. It shows itself in the whole of creation. It meets us in every human person. I asked God to show himself to me in his way, as he would think best.
Okay. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye to Mummy. Oh, sweetheart. Bye-bye, Mummy. Bye-bye. Bye. Come on, Mummy. What do you want to do today?
See ya. See you later. Bye.
And so what will we do?
Good morning, ladies. Quiet now, please. Quiet now. Quiet down, thank you. Now, continuing from before lunch, I want to talk about solutions and suspensions.
Hello. Hi. How are you? Hello.
Hello.
Spooch in, yeah?
Yeah.
Spooch in.
Richie, say hello to Maggie.
I'm back here again then. Oh, well, yeah. That's really well. Here we go. I think I've got the hang of these chopsticks now. Oh! Sorry. Okay. Ready?
How does it taste? All right.
No.
You've got to hold this one like this. Sometime later, I got my mother to babysit Denise for me. The more I got to know Wan Chen, the more I liked her.
Oh, thank you.
What's your religion? Do you believe in God?
Good question. To tell you the truth, I don't know. I've been trying to get in contact with God, but he keeps hiding himself.
I am a Christian, and I believe God has made contact with us.
Do you? How?
Now, suppose you were God. How would you show yourself to us, human beings? Would God not do the same as we do to our children? Adapt to their level of understanding? In the ancient past, God allowed religious people all over the world to imagine him in typically human forms. But then, finally, as we Christians believe, God showed what he is like in a human person, in Jesus of Nazareth. In him, God became, as it were, a human being like us. So, Jesus Christ is the bridge between God and the human race.
I can see that Christ means a lot to you, but well, to me it seems absolutely stupid to think of God appearing to us in a human form. Whatever you say, I'll never believe it. Even if Jesus were God, what use is that to us? He died 2,000 years ago.
You don't understand. He is risen. He's alive and lives in us. And also, he fills me with love, peace, hope, and joy. Jesus remains with us in signs and symbols. He reaffirms us through his presence in his church. Through Jesus, God has come very close to me, to all of us.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, wait. I want you to have this picture. It means a lot to me.
I felt embarrassed, but I didn't dare to refuse.
Bye.
Bye.
She's been in trouble.
No, she's been all right. She's not been such a bad go. Have you, Pet?
Have you?
No, night.
You say goodbye, Grandma.
No, night.
All right, Mum. Thanks very much for your help.
All right.
See you soon, yeah?
No, night.
Okay. Right, Missy, time for you to go back to bed. Hmm?
No.
Yes, you are. It's late. Come on.
No.
Back to bed.
Believing in God was one thing. Believing that God had walked this earth in human shape seemed utterly absurd to me. I vowed that I would never allow myself to believe such nonsense.
Jeffrey, sorry, can you do without please?
One of the stormiest periods of my life followed.
Okay, one more go of each, and then it's time for bed, okay? All right? Here we go. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up the ladder. 1. Okay, that's it. Time for bed, okay? Give me a kiss. Night night.
There were days that I positively hated Christ. I could not understand how apparently sensible people could believe in such ridiculous doctrines.
let's do... Delicious. Look at it now in the mouth. It's over there.
If God became a human, why not as a woman, I thought.
See, he is Jesus Christ. Are you so excited? Love. Are you feel love? Peace? Yes. Thank you.
Wan Chen's faith irritated me. I felt I was being pushed by her.
What I'm saying to you is I don't want you talking about God to Denise all
Why?
the time. Because it's not fair on her. She's young, she's impressionable.
I feel God is very important.
And no. God is important for you. It's not important for Denise.
God is very important to everybody.
Jen, maybe if you can't stop talking about God to Denise, maybe you just shouldn't come round anymore, huh?
Okay, that's fine.
An agonizing time followed. I read a lot. I did a lot of thinking. I prayed. Then, one day, I saw something unusual.
Hi, Janine. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Good timing. They're due out any minute.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they are. God, I saw your husband yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Whereabouts?
he was limping.
Oh, well, yeah, you know we're doing patio.
Yeah.
Well, we dropped a paving stone
Ah, right.
on his foot, and it's
Great.
swollen. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Poor chap. I feel so sorry for him.
Who's that?
Oh, that's the lollipop lady.
Who?
The lollipop lady. Her husband's a High Court judge, so they're quite well off. Also, she's a top executive in the Westminster City Bank, as I found out when I went to submit an application.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. And you?
Yes, sit down.
Thank you.
And what can I do for you?
It's about the application that I submitted to your office. She must be earning a huge salary.
Yes, I see. I'll just see if I can find it.
He hardly needs to volunteer for a job like this.
No, of course she doesn't. But sometimes life's so much bigger than logic.
All right.
Oh,
Here they are.
Jay!
I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah?
Okay, thanks. Yeah, see you soon.
Yo, how are you? Had a good day? Don't forget your seatbelt, huh? Spoke to Wan Chen today. She said she might come round later on. Look, there's the lollipop lady. She's gonna let me know, lovely. Let's go home. Actually, let's go.
Life is so much bigger than logic. Suddenly, a lot of things began to fall into place. If we can do outrageously generous and unexpected things, why can't God? God meeting us in human form may seem absurd and irrational, but it makes sense in a universe full of mystery, where grace comes to us as a gift. While logic, I felt, had its place in life, accepting another person as a person always requires a handing over of oneself in trust. And then, for the first time, I pray to God through Jesus Christ. and I felt a response that changed my life. As soon as I informed Wan Chen, she came over. Not only had I found Christ, I also found her in a new way.
I can't get off.
I am the way that leads you to life. I am the truth that sets you free. I am the feast, I call you to my dance. I give you peace and I fill you with joy.
After that, things began to move very fast. We had fallen deeply in love with each other, and we decided we would like to get married. Her father strongly opposed the marriage for a long time. I was instructed as a Christian and was eventually baptized.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Bye. Bye-bye.
Martin, look.
And then Wan Chen dropped a bombshell.
I have volunteered for a job at the University of Qingdao in China. I'm a marine biologist. I'm just the right person for that job. I studied that kind of fish in Taiwan, you know. So, I feel I must go to help them. What do you think?
I'll go with you.
Really? Mm-hmm. Thank you. I'll show you where it is. Here. See, Qingdao is here. So we go to Taiwan first.
When Wan Chen had finished her studies, we married in Taiwan, with the most fantastic wedding I could have ever imagined. A few weeks afterwards, we were on our way to mainland China.